hanged. 1 minute. Yeah, okay. So today we will see this how to copy the content from the file with our own program. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed this program. Okay, how to open your two files and how to copy the files. Okay, let we create our own program. You people want to tell the program. Okay, I just opening the program's prompt. Okay, can you tell first we need to get a we need to write something onto the file. Can you say what will be the first line? It is file 1. Okay, we are going to write into the file. Can you say how to write into the file? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you say that? How to how to create a file? How to open your file, new file, and write the content into the file?
My file
Okay, my file is a file object. Okay.
is equal to open
Okay.
of putting okay.
Then file name we need to give no. So let it tell some file name.
Yes, sir.
Chandru, I'm just giving the file name. Okay, txt file. Then mode. In which mode we have to open?
Read or write?
No, now we need to write the content into. Yes. So we write into the file. Okay, we created the file handle. Okay. Now with the using this handle, we need to write into the file. Okay. So how to write? We need to get the sentence from the user. No. So I'm just getting str1 is a variable. I'm getting input. Okay. So enter the sentence. Enter the content. Okay. Likewise, we created the file. Now the content will be stored in str1. Then with the file handle, we able to write into the file. Okay, what is the file handle? My file is the file handle we kept to know. Using write function, we are writing it. Write str1. Okay. So with that, we are able to write into the file. Then finally, we need to close the file. Okay. So my file dot close. Okay. So we completed these things. And next thing, we are opening another file. We need to write the content from this file to another file. Okay. So now we need to open the file again. For example, a equal to, I'm just giving opening the file. Open of, I'm opening the a is a file handle I kept for to open the Chandru file. Okay. So I'm just giving. Okay. In read mode, we are about to open this. Okay. In order to copy the content from the Chandru file, we are opening it. Okay. Can you understand? This program is we are getting the one content from the user that we are storing in a file. Okay. And we are going to open another file and copying the already existing content to another file. Okay. I will show the two files also to you. Okay. So in read mode, we open it. Then next thing we need to we need to open a new file. Okay, so b is a file object I just given. Open of Chandru backup I'm using. Okay, so this is the file name .txt. This file I'm going to open in write mode. Okay. Next, we are going to copy the content. Okay, first I am going to read the content. So a dot, because a is object to read the content from the Chandru file. Okay, so read line or else read function I'm using. So all the functions will be get read that I want to store in a variable. No, so str For example, S1 I'm just giving. Okay, S1 is a variable to read all the characters or all the data from the file and stored in S1. Okay. Now I'm just going to copy it. Okay, then we want to write no. So B dot write of what we need to write S1, because S1 only got the received the content, okay, from the Chandru file. So S1 I'm just giving, S1 is a variable, so that we are writing the S1 into the B. What is B? It's a backup file handle. Okay, so file object. So through that we are copying the content from the Chandru file and we are storing into the Chandru backup file. So we are taking from content from one file and we are storing into another file. Okay, that is the concept. So we wrote again I need to close both the handles. Okay, a dot close, and we are open another file. No, that's what we need to close that also too. B dot close. So both the files we closed it. So now I am saving this file. Just a minute. I'm just giving a copy file. Copy, I just giving the file name. Let me see it. So I'm running it. One minute. Okay, I'm running this one. Now you can see enter the content. I'm just giving hi, how are you? This is the content I'm just given. Now what is the thing? Let me see in the file whether it is stored or not. Okay. 1 minute, I will minimize it and just showing to you. So Chandru backup. I will just open the Chandru file. You can see hi, how are you? This content is there because we are writing into the file. Okay, I'm just closing this one. Chandru backup file I'm opening. You can see this. The content is copied from Chandru file to Chandru backup file. Have you understand this one? Have you understood how to copy? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
it is very where this is not for a simple purpose, dear students. This is for some useful purpose, not for this simple line and all. For example, suddenly you want to copy a file. Very simple way we can copy it. Got it or not? So if you want to copy a file, if you want to copy some documents from it is in the file means we can easily copy from one file to another file by using this way. Let I show this program for your understanding. 1 minute. You can see this file, the selecting part and all for writing the data. Okay, the selected part, you can see the selected part, it is for writing the data. Suppose the file is already contains some data, means we no need to write these things. Very simple. This is the actual content. First we are opening the file and we are creating the new file in order to store taking the backup. Okay, that is the first two line. And the third line is what? We are reading the data from the original file. The S1 is reading the data from original file. Original file is, for example, in our case, Chandru is the original file. Okay, and we are in the fourth line. You can see we are writing into another file, backup file. So Chandru backup is another copy file. Okay, a duplicate file. So we are getting the data from original file and storing another one backup. Okay, then finally we are closing it. That's the actually it is contained just two codes, two lines only. That is the real time. First thing, two lines are opening the file. Okay, and next two lines are reading from a file and writing into the file. That's all. Finally, that is a closed file. That is we are not doing anything. We are simply closing the file. That's all. Okay, very simple. 4 lines enough to copy a file, one file to another file. Have you understand this concept? How to copy from one file to another file?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. What about others?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
this font is visible, or shall I increase the font size? Is it visible to all? Because I had a doubt.
Visible.
Okay, pa. If you have anything means, please say that. Then I will do the rectification also. Then and there. Okay, just a minute. I will close this one. So now you learned how to 1 minute. How to copy a content from one file to another file. So this is the concept. Okay, they are using while loop. In order to see in this function, in this example program, you can see this, they are using read line function. That means what? it will read step one by one line. Okay, first line, second line, likewise it will read, then write into it. Okay, but in our program, you can see we are using the read function. So read function, we didn't pass any arguments, means what will happen? The entire data, all the data will be taken. Okay, or else better we can use what? Read lines function. Okay, so read lines function, read all the things, but it will be stored in the form of what? List. Okay, that is the concept. Okay, so whether we can use read line, and read line, suppose we are using, means we should use the loop. Okay, read line will read one by one line only at a time it will read. So we don't know the file contain one line or multiple lines, we don't know what is the content. Okay, so we need to use the loop. That's a difference between that. Okay, here we are using read function in order to read the whole data. Okay, in our program. In the example program, you can see read line they are using because the book file may contain, you can see in your example, 3 lines it contains. So first time, that's what I explained the last time. Okay, due to the network issue, I couldn't able to continue. You can see first time it will read the first line and store it into the writing into the my file 2. What is my file 2? Book backup is the my file 2. Okay, that is the file name. And second time loop is executing, second line will be read and stored, and third line that will be get stored. Okay, finally we are closing it. We are making the print statement, copied successfully. Likewise, we can also give a message. That is very important, and by seeing that, it's a very catchy also. Okay, the program should be very perfect. Okay, all the content are copied successfully, file copied successfully. Likewise, we can leave a message also too. Okay, that is it. That is the thing. Okay, let me go to the next one, and now we are going to see an important thing, flush function. Okay, flush function, don't mistake it. Okay, what is in your mind flush? Can you say that?
Flush. எப்படி சொல்றது, பாத்ரூம்ல ஃப்ளஷ் பண்ணுவோம் சார், அதான் சார்.
Yeah. For example, in our toilet, we are just flushing that, then what will happen? I am asking very for the intention only, I am asking, not for any joke or anything, for your understanding purpose. For example, all the material will be flushed into the into the drainage, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Okay, just for not for funny purpose, I didn't ask, for understanding only I am using this example. Okay, so if I flush
okay
this
sir,
means,
no problem.
Yeah, if we flush this means what will happen? The water will be poured very forcibly, and the material will be flushed into the drainage. Okay, it is into the tank. Okay, that will happen. Here the flush function is we are also using the flush function in our file. So far we used it, but we didn't see that, because you can see the flush function automatically calls, implicitly calls. Implicit means automatically. Implicit conversion and all we studied in the first chapter. No, so let me come to the point. The flush function implicitly called whenever we are calling the close function. We are at last we are writing the close function, no, isn't it? At the last end of the program, we are closing, no, whether we are reading the data, writing the data, any operation if you are doing, at finally we are closing, no, is we are doing or not? We are closing the file or
yes,
not?
yes sir.
So that time, whenever we are calling the close function, before executing the close, before closing the file, before closing the execute completion of the close function, the flush function automatically calls by the close function. The close function call the flush functions and flush the data. That is the thing. That's what I am coming to tell. Flush the data to store properly in the file. Here, likewise, the tank, our file is a tank. Okay, the data will be stored in our file. Okay, that is the thing. If we didn't close function, we didn't use the close function, means what will happen? The data won't store. It will be stagnant. Okay, it will be stagnating inside the tube itself. Okay, for example, for our computer term, let me come to our concept term. Okay, what will happen again whenever I am writing the data? For example, let me see, we are writing the data into it. Okay, I will show this previous program itself. You can see there. We are writing the data. You can see b dot write s1. Isn't it? Can you see this line? The selecting line. We are writing the data into the. We are writing the s1 content. S1 is a variable. It have some data. Okay. We are writing into the Chandru backup file. Okay. Actually, whether it is written means not. It is not true. Okay. It is a just for imagination. We are writing means you think that it is written in the file means not it. It is not completed. Okay. We are giving the command, but what will happen? It doesn't do anything. Okay, when actually the writing process will start, no, I will tell that whenever we are closing this, you can see what is the file object for B is what file, can you say? B, we are using a file object, no. B is a file object for which file?
Chandru backup.
Chandru backup file. Okay, Chandru backup. Whenever we are about to close the B object, you can see the last time A dot close, it will be keep quiet. Okay, B dot close, that time only the file will what to do. It will start to, oh, okay, they are asking to write. I want to write. Likewise, it is really writing into the file. Okay, that is really happening. Let me see. I will show that how it is happening. Anna. Likewise, whenever, for example, whenever teachers gives any homework or anything, we won't do. For example, it is happening in our class also too. We are asking to do submit in 5 days. For example, next Monday you have to submit means we won't do anything. At the Sunday night only, in the hurry-burry manner, we are completing all the tasks. Not only for homework. Our homework we won't do, isn't it? That is your case, is it? Okay, let me come to the point. Whatever work, at the neck movement only what generally the people will started to do, isn't it? Is the better fact to know. At we are giving whatever time, we won't use this file. We won't use the time. At neck movement only, we are hurry-burry manner. We are started to do our work. I'm not yelling anybody, man. I'm just saying the just for fun purpose. Okay, let me come to the thing. So likewise, in this file also, it won't do whenever we are doing all the operations. Okay, when it will do, I'm going to close the file. Likewise, if the command is received means that time only in hurry-burry manner, the close function immediately call the flush function. What the flush function will do, it forcibly send the data towards the file. That is the concept. It is forcing the data go and write, go and settle in the file. Likewise, it is forcing the data and the data will be permanently returned. That time only literally return writing in the file. The data will be storing in the file. Okay, file means whatever file we are using, Chandru backup likewise. Okay. Have you understand what is the use of flush function?
Sir, இன்னொரு தடவை சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Yeah, I will.
Problem, sir.
Okay, I will show the example, real-time example to you. 1 minute. I will just close this file. Okay, here I written one file. Flush, that is, you can see a dot. Can you explain me now what is the thing? A equal to open dot. What is the? It is a file. A is a file object of what file?
SA.
SA file. Okay, SA.txt, that is the file. Okay, then you can see B equal to input. We are getting the input from the user and stored in B. We are asking to third line, what is the command what is the instruction we are giving to the Python? Can you say the highlighted one?
Sir, we are writing some sentences is given in B in the file object A.
Correct. We are asking, that is, we are giving the instruction to write the content of the B into the SA file. Isn't it? SA file. Correct, no? We given the instruction.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Then you can see fourth line, we are getting another input from the user that is stored in C variable. C is just a variable. It's store and string data type. Okay. Then again the next line, you can see we are giving the instruction. What is the instruction? We are writing the content of the C to write in the SA file. Is it correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Whether the you can see it won't do the work actually. It is we can find the laziness of the file. Okay, I will run this file. You can see literally. Okay, 1 minute. Oh, it's gone. I I just close it. I will open it again. Okay, 1 minute. Wait, I will run this file now. Yeah, you can see this. So first it is asking, I will show side by side the content. Okay, first file we are opening the file will be open. Second line you can see enter the sentence. So I'm just giving the sentence giving computer science. Okay, I just enter the sentence. This is the sentence. I enter it. So actually what should be done after getting the computer science? Third line should be executed now. Correct, no? Because it is an
Yes, sir.
interpreter, no? Python is interpreter. Second line, it executed properly. It got the sentence from the user. Fine. Okay. And third line, what should be done? The content should be written on the SCA file, isn't it?
Yes, sir. But
Correct, no? I will show whether it is written or not. 1 minute. Is a SCA file? No. I will opening it. Nothing is there. Can you see this?
yes, sir.
Can you understand now? So we given the first line, we open the file. Of course, it is open this file, SCA file. Correct. It's done its job. Second line, we are asking to get the input from the user. We given the input also, that is stored in the variable. What variable? B, I think so, isn't it? So it is successfully stored in the B. Fine, that is correct. And third line, what was the instruction we given? Writing the data, that is we given the data computer science, that we are asking to write into the file, whether it is written. Whether it is written?
No, sir.
I will show again one more example to you. So it is not written. Now we monitoring the file. Okay, we'll go to the things. Now I will show side by side. I will show the two, opening the two things. Okay, now you can see we given these things, and it is asking it won't do this line. You can see a dot write dot thing. It won't do this line. Let me see this whether, but without doing that work, it is asking what? Asking another sentence. It is going to the next line, asking another sentence. Okay, I'm just doing do your work. Okay, I'm just giving this simple, just like okay. Okay, now what is the thing? It want to write into the file. That is the next thing. No, the do your work, that content want to be written into the file, isn't it? Second work we assigned. Correct? No. Are you seeing this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you understand now? Now whether we given two work, whether it is working or not, two things we are asking to write into the file. I am opening this file. You can see first work also it doesn't store in the file. Second work also doesn't store in the file. I am closing this file. Okay. Now
Sir,
you can see.
store ஆக மாட்டேங்குது.
That's what I'm coming to tell. Okay. Now that we are seeing the 1 minute. Okay, it will be visible to you. 1 minute. Now we are asking to, again it is asking the third sentence. So I'm just giving another one. Complete your work. Okay. So I'm just giving another sentence. Now you can see. So it is completed. It is we given the three things and D.1. Whenever the next line is, it is asking to write, definitely it won't do it. Okay, then when it will do, as Chandru asked, when it will do, no, actually it is storing the data, but it is not literally happening. It is literally not stored in the file. Okay, when it will store literally or truthfully, when it will store means, you can see at the last line, highlighting line, a.close. That is what is the meaning. I am going to, we are giving the instruction. That is, we are the instruction we are telling to the interpreter. Okay, what is the instruction? I am going to close the file. You want to complete your task. Then we will open the file. Let me see it. 1 minute. I'm opening the essay file. You can see this computer science. Do your work. Complete your work. Can you understand? Could you understand this one?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So now I in real time I shown to you when actually the data is writing. So that I will come to the point. Okay, that what is the thing? What is the really happening means? Whenever we are asking to write these things, it is not literally writing into the file. Whenever we are closing the data, we are asking that I'm going to, for example, in our exam and all, we are saying no. The teachers are invigilator are saying, hey, only 1 minute more. You want to submit your paper like this. They are saying that time only what we people are doing in hurry-burry manner. We are filling all the gaps which we left it, or we are try to get some answer or whatever thing we are doing all those things, and finally at the next moment we are writing something into the paper and we are giving the paper. Forcibly the invigilator want to get the fetch the paper from you. Likewise, here what is happening means, whenever we are closing, we are giving the command, I'm going to close the file, then what, that time only the close function will call another function, that but we didn't write the flush function, okay, but implicitly automatically the close function will call the flush function. Okay, I will go to the slide. So automatically the flush function will be called by the close function. The flush function, what it is work means, it is forcing. That's what I'm asking the previous question. Whenever we are flushing our toilet, what is happening? The forcible water will be flushed into the tube or flushed into the toilet. Then the material or the matters will be forcibly sent to the drainage or the tank. Okay, likewise here the flush function will be called, that time forcibly the data, that is data, whatever we are writing the data will be forcibly sent to the file. That time only it is writing into the file. How can you understand what is the use of flush function now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will read this content. You can see this. Whenever we write any data to the file, Python hold everything in its buffer memory. That is buffer. It is not literally stored in the permanent memory. File is a permanent memory. Why we need file? Initially, first question itself we discussed. We collected the name list, but it is not stored. It is in the list or in the dictionary, but whenever we closing the program, what will happen? The list will be vanished, or the data which is stored in the list will be erased. Okay, so that is called buffer memory. Buffer memory means temporary memory. Okay, so the data which we are asking to write into the file, that will be stored temporarily. That is called buffer memory. It is in buffer. Okay, it is not in the permanent. Permanent is what? File only. We open the file, we have seen, but nothing in the file. Okay, let me come to this. And pushes, that is forcing. Okay, and pushes it onto the actual file. Actual file means the real file. For example, essay is the real file. Okay, real file. Later, if you want to force Python to write the content into the buffer onto the storage, you can use flush function. Okay, but immediately whatever I am giving the command, next moment you want to write means, if you are giving the command likewise to the Python means, we need to use what function? We need to call flush function. Okay, or else if we didn't use the flush function means, at last only the close function will call the flush function. Have you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever you need the data, immediately want to be writing into the file. Write into the file means, then we need to use the flush function. At last only the data want to be stored in the file means, then the close function automatically it will call implicitly it will call the flush function. Okay, but you need immediate result. Immediately the data want to be stored means, then what is the thing? We need to use flush function. That is very important. Okay, then you can see the Python automatically
So
flushes.
direct expression use pannilama sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to tell. If you want the data should be write into the file very immediately after the giving the command. Actually, you are seeing that we given the command, but even though what will happen, the data is not stored in the file. No, correct? No.
Yes, sir.
But you need the data immediately want to store in the file means, we should use what function? Flush function. Then only the flush function forcibly send the data to the file. Okay, likewise each write function we are using write line. No, so after writing each line we should use what? Flush function. Then only the file will be, the data will be sent to the file, that is stored into the file properly. Okay, have you understood, Chandru?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me come to the next point. Python automatically flushes the file when closing them. That's what I'm coming to tell. That is implicitly called by the close function. Okay, the close function implicitly called the flush function. then the data will be stored. But if you want to flush before closing any file, you can use flush function. That is a dot, that is a means object, whatever file object. Okay, file object dot flush function we need to use, then the data will be stored. Okay, have you understood? This is the example. Likewise, as this is the example, they are asking to write something, hello, welcome to Disneyland. They are asking to write, but nothing written in the file. At last only, what is the thing? Close function, that time only it is returned. Hello, welcome to, like, the content will be stored in the file. Okay, this is the example. Have you understood? Now you can see using flush function means, okay, if you are about to use flush function, then the data immediately stored in the file. Let me see this one. 1 minute. Just a minute. 1 minute. I want to just note down the attendance status. Who is not there? Who is absent? Can you see and tell that? It will be helpful for me. Satish is not there.
Sri Raman, sir.
Krubanandam and yeah, Sri Raman. 3 members, na? Krishna Prasad.
Krishna Prasad, sir.
Yes, yes. Krishna Prasad, I think starting he was there, but in between he left, I think so. Okay. So 4 members are not there for today's class. Okay.
Yes.
1 minute. I will go to the file. Okay. Then in the same program, I'm just going to erase all the content from the file. I'm deleting. I'm saving the file. Now essay is the empty file. Okay. I close this file. Now I'm just opening this one. I'm using the flush function. You can see in the second line, in the third line, we are asking to a dot write the b. Okay. We are writing the. We are asking to write the b content into the file sa. Now we need to use flush function a dot flush. Okay, so I use the flush function. 1 minute. Oh, sorry. I use the flush function. Then again same thing. I'm using the flush. 1 minute. After this also, I'm just entering the flush function. Then you can see this. I'm running this program now. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. Now it is asking. It is asking to enter the content. Okay. Now I am storing it. Before I will open this, open and tell to you. The essay is nothing. It doesn't hold anything. I will open this. So it is an empty file. Okay. I'm closing this one. We should not open the file during our execution. That is better. Okay. So I'm just copy the same content. Okay. So I'm storing into it. Now I will open the file and show to you. See, the computer science is there now. Can you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So previously, without using flush function, computer science also won't return. Do your work also not return. And finally, only all the 3 lines should be returned. Okay. Now you can see I'm just closing again. It is asking the second line. I'm pasting it. And finally, if you open this file means that you see both the lines is returned. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Finally, I'm just closing this one. I'm copying the final statement also. Automatically, sorry. Oh, I think I made some error. That's the reason. Okay, not an issue. Now you understand. By using the flush function, the data will be